Hello everyone. So today we are going to see how we can call put method using RestTemplate Spring Boot. So in order to test this, first we have to create producer app which will be having put method. Here we can see. So for this producer app we will create, we need to add two dependencies. One is web and Lombok. Next we'll create one entity employee which will be having two variable ID and name, and we'll annotate it with the data to get translator or last constructor, nor constructor for constructor. Next we'll create a one controller with the annotation at the rest controller, and request mapping will give employee. Then we'll create one method modify one AMP which will be having this put mapping annotation, which will be taking this request body employee. Then we'll return response entity from update to return EMP. Let's go to Spring Boot. Here inside pom.xml add this web and Lombok, then create one entity employee which will be having two variable ID name with the annotation. Then we'll create one controller. Inside that, let's use this put mapping, create one method with the method put mapping. Control Shift F. Yeah. So like for the example only we are taking, that's why I have not used here database. You can use that. So at the request body we'll take employee, and from update we'll return this response entity. Now this is done for producer app. Now it's time to see consumer app. So inside that also we'll create one entity called employee with two variables, ID, name, two fields. Now it's time to consume this using REST template. Here I have created one class employee test runner. We will be implementing command line runner, which will have this run method will override this. So after running this consumer app, the logic inside this will be executed. Now if I go here inside consumer app, first thing first we have to use this URL. And one more thing, in the producer app, in the application.properties, make sure that like server.port will be 8081 or whatever you want to give, because this consumer app I will be running on 8080. That's why I am taking this producer app server port 8081. So if I go here, first thing first we have to give the URL. So http localhost 8081 employee update. Next thing I have to do is create a REST template object. Now for the put method we have to give the HTTP entity. So HTTP entity will have a body and header. So that's why first we have to create a header object. Header is nothing but whatever the data like we are passing, that data. Here we have to import org spring for HTTP header. Next, finish. Yeah. So whatever data we are passing, if we go here, this request body, that we have to give. Set content type I will be passing here JSON. Next, whatever we are passing, that is the JSON format we have to take here. So I have taken here a JSON format. Next we have to create a HTTP entity object. Let me go here. Inside HTTP entity we have to give the body and header. So this is a body and header, right? So you can hover and you can like see here documentation. It represents an HTTP request or response entity consisting of header and body. Now HTTP entity is created. Next we have to make a call using REST template. Let me copy this, and in the REST template for the put we will be using this exchange method. Inside exchange method you have to give the URL, this one. Then what is the method? It is put, that's why we have given. Then HTTP entity we have to give. Inside that we have body and header, and last one is like this, response type. So as our put method return type is response entity of string, that's why I am taking here a string. Let's save this, and if I go here, Control Shift F, format this, I will print here a response dot get body. Let's save this, and in the we'll print we'll get this from update and whatever emp we are passing object, right? We'll get 101 AA. And now first thing first is we have to run the producer app. Right click on this, run as Spring Boot app. So it is running on 8081. Now if I go to the consumer app, here test runner, we are given the URL and header entity. Then we are calling by using REST template exchange, pass URL, method, request entity, and response type. We are finally we will be printing response.getBody. Now right click on this consumer app, run as Spring Boot app. Here we go. Yeah, ID 101 A from update emp. So whatever we have here from update and emp to string, that's why we are getting like this one, you can see. Now if I go here, and here I will update to AB and 102 as this one, and if I stop this consumer application, I will stop this. Now again if I run this application, we should get 102 AB. Yeah, 102 AB. So this is a way by using REST template you can call this put method as well. We have to use the exchange method. So if you want to see how can we call this delete mapping, like delete method, get method, post method, you can see on our channel we have that method related, like how we can call using REST template other method as well, delete, post, and get. So in the case of delete we use the exchange method, and in the case of get we'll use get for entity, and for post we'll use post for entity. That I have explained, and like this only I have explained there as well in the example. So if you like this video, you can hit like button and subscribe to our channel.